From our perspective, AI isn't software. AI is our enterprise platform. It's the window across all of our activities that involve AI.
Today, I have the pleasure to have in the studio Nevan Redmond, who is Managing Director and Global Head of Trustee and Depository Services at BNY, the Bank of New York. Welcome.
Hey, Jerome, lovely to be here today. Thank you.
I invited you because you recently took over as Managing Director. So first of all, can you just share your story in a few words?
Yeah, sure. So I'm in the industry just over 30 years. Started my life originally as a financial engineer and asset structurer. Moved across from that into a regulatory role and then discovered the wonderful world of depository. So it's been a really enjoyable journey in the past 3 decades being part of the European fund industry. Moving across to Luxembourg in terms of the career development was important for me. So BNY, we've been in the Luxembourg since 1998. We incorporated our banking entity in 1999, so there's a legacy here that I'm glad to be part of. More recently, we have enjoyed significant growth, so we're about 230 people in the centre itself, supporting all forms of asset servicing activities. And it's an important part of the BNY asset servicing solution across the EMEA and the wider locations going forward. It was a pleasure for me to join BNY last year, so it's about 16 months into the role. Initially as Global Head of Trust and Depository, and more recently I've been appointed as the branch manager for Luxembourg, subject to regulatory approval. So that's sitting with the CSSF and the ECB.
Very good. And I've been attending an event from BNY last year about your AI platform,
Yep.
Elisa. I also saw it when I went to Silicon Valley. You were the only bank showing your AI platform at NVIDIA GTC. So can you just tell me how new technologies are shaping your activities?
Absolutely. We're a bank that's over 240 years old, so we celebrated the 242nd birthday of the bank last Tuesday, called Founders Day. And I think for a bank to live that long, survive that long in such a competitive environment, we have to have evolution built into our DNA. And our embrace of technologies, not for the sake of embracing, but for actually using, delivering value to our clients and internally in terms of our solution is really, really important. We have 2 key areas that we're focusing on right now. We have digital assets and our enterprise AI strategy. For digital assets, the key principle is coexistence. We don't see blockchain models as replacing the traditional systems. BNY, if you recall, provides the infrastructure to the global banking custody solution. We want tokenization to sit alongside and help develop in parallel between the traditional and the tokenized system moving forward. We see it as especially significant for its potential to reduce friction across settlement, for record keeping and reconciliation. In Luxembourg, for example, we support tokenized funds through fund accounting, administration, TA and distribution. So that's one aspect of the solution. The second aspect that we're really, really excited about is our Elisa AI solution. And I think what distinguishes BNY from other service providers is, from our perspective, AI isn't software. AI is our enterprise platform. It's the window across all of our activities that involve AI, from design, ideation, production, governance. The key message here is it's a single platform that delivers coherence across our organization, all of our locations. In terms of some key statistics, 99% of our global employees have been trained to use AI, and 100% of our developers are using AI to support them in coding. What does that mean in reality? It means that we have better controls and fewer manual touch points. We have quicker SDP. So as an example, given that we're a bank, we still have a lot of clients using checks. We're able to use AI to extract the remittance information from those checks, increase the SDP percentages from 65% to 95% and reduce manual touch points by 80%. A significant freeing up of capacity across our organization, and one that gives true value to our business. Again, we're not embracing AI for the sake of saying we're using AI. We want it to deliver true value both internally and externally as well. And I think it's really important to say that AI is not seen as replacing people, it's augmenting them using their judgment, creating better accountability, and ensuring that we have a firm relationship both with our clients and with our staff.
Yeah, and I've seen the system. I was very impressed. I would not be surprised if you spin it off. I know it's not on the agenda, but it really looks like some really cool software invented by a bunch of young people. And just for people to understand, basically, if you're a fund accountant here, instead of creating your own stuff, first you can look if any other colleague from BNY as a fund accountant has already solved the AI conundrum.
That's a really good point to bring up here, because one of the key returns of investment from an AI perspective is reusability.
Exactly.
If we develop a solution in one part of the business, can we bring it across to other areas of the business to support that as well? So again, more statistics. We have about 3,200 solutions relying on AI, but one of them alone, which is the extraction of data from documentation, is using 40 different processes across the business. There's a true value add there, and it's really important, that reusability. Governance is baked into our AI solution. It's not a question of raising an agent and then we bring it into production. There must be a critical business value to it. Reusability is critical to that. Our success rate and our failure rate, we will kick back 40% of ideas. We encourage ideas, but it doesn't mean we're going to accept all of them. We have a very high standards in terms of what we want to use. Reusability, better controls, less manual touch points, they're all critical parts to it. I think to finish off the conversation on this piece, it's really important to remember as well, BNY was the first bank that in 2024 had its own NVIDIA GPUs brought in. It's in our infrastructure. We don't rely on anybody else. We have a solution. We have the GPUs. We are agnostic to the various models, so we have a huge amount of flexibility, but at the same time we are embracing the change.
Yeah, and you solve the data conundrum. If it's your own GPUs, of course, you've got some kind of data sovereignty. Yeah. I think people are starting to understand how deep AI is. It's much more than just a ChatGPT writing your emails.
Correct.
And I think what you nailed, I was impressed by the demonstration, is that you always have to focus on the application. What is it doing for the business?
Yes.
And the way you've structured your Elysia platform is clearly doing that. So a last question, of course, is, you're a huge global group. Mm-hmm. How important is Luxembourg in your international footprint, especially going forward?
Hugely important. And I don't think we can underestimate the value that Luxembourg has as part of the BNY global solution, especially around asset servicing. It's a core element of our European asset servicing network. It reflects both the strength of the local market and Luxembourg's role within the global financial system. I worked in numerous locations across the world in my 30-year career, but I think it's really important to call out the position that Luxembourg has as one of the world's leading funded domiciles. Mm-hmm. We're a global bank, as you already point out. We have presence in over 100 countries. From a depository perspective alone, I have 8 different locations. I'll open 9th up in September. What makes Luxembourg really, really important, though, is that we have so many of our global clients, including managers, asset owners, and sponsors, who use Luxembourg structures to reach investors across multiple jurisdictions. As a consequence, this makes Luxembourg really relevant for cross-border distribution and robust servicing, with, very importantly, a well-established regulatory environment that is open to innovation and embraces the type of open conversation that we're very fortunate to have with a regulator in the CSSF at the moment. So overall, Luxembourg as a jurisdiction, innovative, maintains high standards of governance and supports investor confidence. That's what we see as important from a BNY perspective as part of our overall European asset servicing strategy.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see that as your whole group is getting familiar with Luxembourg, we always underestimate the brand of Luxembourg within international groups. You have, we were talking just before, a growing interest for Luxembourg from every domicile. So this is a very good news both for your company and for Luxembourg.
For sure it is. I think it bodes well for the future of Luxembourg, for BNY in Luxembourg. We've made a commitment to the location. We've made a commitment to our clients. We are here. We're here to stay.
Perfect. Well, I wish you a lot of growth going forward.
Thank you, Jerome. Pleasure to meet you.